Perspective. I'm your host, Nate G, alongside C Towns.
Yeah.
And alongside my main man, Mr. Ed, who is back, who I'm hoping
good to be back.
Prepared
Good to be back.
to take the sling from Nate G. Cause
and the king himself, C Towns, I know.
Wow.
The prince and the king. The prince and the king.
First game, week 9, y'all. Y'all ready for this one?
Yeah.
Shootout. Rams Saints in New Orleans.
Wait. Jared Goff and Drew Brees.
Yes. Shootout.
The schedule makers actually had this on the schedule.
7-0.
Jared Goff and Drew Brees.
It's gonna be crazy.
Wow.
Talk about how Howard offense is going at it.
That's an understatement. That's an understatement. I'll get things started off here. I got the Rams going into New Orleans, and winning this game 27-24.
Wait. You don't have either one of them putting up over 30 points.
One of the reasons why I got the Rams offense, one of the reasons why the Rams offense is ranked number 2 is because their offense travels. Their offense is ridiculous. On the road this season, the Rams, they have scored 33 in Oakland, 39 in San Fran, and 33 in Seattle.
And you don't think they're going to put up over 30?
That's what I'm saying. The Saints have no defense.
I mean,
at all.
It could be a shootout. It could be a shootout, but like I said, I'm pretty comfortable with that score. I'm not saying they're going to put up 30-plus points against every team they play on the road. You know what I'm saying? But I think 27 is damn near 30.
Listen.
You know what I mean?
Listen. I got them 32-20. I think the Rams put up over 30. I don't think the Saints will. I think the Saints will come in at 20. I think I got this almost 2 touchdowns in the favor of the Rams, even though they're playing in New Orleans. You know, they have, like you said, they have top 2 offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're going up against the Saints defense. And they've been giving up.
Wait. What's your score?
I got 27-24.
27-24
Rams, I like
32-20.
32-20 Rams.
Yes, sir.
What's your score? What's your score, C-Towns? What's your score, C-Towns?
I'm going to finish.
They have a defense. You know, they're good against the run, and they're great against the pass.
It's Drew Brees, though. And it's at home.
It is.
It's in New Orleans.
It is.
I got the Saints winning this game.
Okay, what's your score?
It's New Orleans. I got New Orleans winning this game 38-31. 38-31 Saints.
Okay.
Because nobody's slowing down Drew Brees.
Yeah, Drew Brees has been playing out of his mind this year. Something that I've referenced already. He has just been playing, and like I said before, in a previous show I said this. Drew Brees' play this year has been so underrated. It is not being talked about at all. Well, I don't know if it's because he's almost 40. I don't know.
No. Because if you look at Drew Brees over the last few years, like
he's always throwing 5,000.
I mean, it's becoming
it's
normal.
Now,
it's a standard and normal.
He's not turning the ball over at all.
Yeah, that's and that's why I have the Saints winning this. Put it like this: home field in New Orleans is a big deal.
Yeah,
and I don't see Drew Brees letting this go. Them being at home,
who that crowd up in there?
Exactly. Like I just don't see the Saints losing this game. I see them putting up 38 points and the Rams having 31.
I like the Rams in this game. I really do. 32-20. I think their defense shows up. I think it shows up.
The Rams have the number 1 rushing offense in the league, as well as the number 7 defense in the league compared to the Saints' 17th ranked defense, which is why I have the Rams going into New Orleans and winning this game because the Rams' defense is better than New Orleans.
But now, hold up now. Just, even though I picked them, the Saints got the number 1 run defense as well.
Yeah.
They got the number 1 run defense.
It's a passing league.
Not for the Rams. The Rams excel at rushing the ball. Yeah, that's why they're first.
The Rams get it done through the air.
Yeah, but but their anchor is running the ball. It's Todd Gurley.
They average 153.
Yeah, they're first in rushing.
Yeah. So why do you have the Saints winning this game?
Because their offense. I don't see them. I don't see anybody slowing down.
You think Drew Brees has been playing unbelievable.
Exactly. So Drew Brees continuously plays well, and they can somehow. I'm not gonna say they're gonna completely shut down Todd Gurley, but if they can just hold him to where he'll just do what's expected, maybe 80 yards rushing, they win that game. Because the Rams rely on running the ball. The Rams wide receivers rely on Todd Gurley running the ball. If they can't run the ball, wide receiver, like that's when the Rams out. How last week we argued, the Rams weapons this, the Rams weapons that. Their wide receivers aren't that big of a weapon necessary because of Todd Gurley. If they didn't have the first ranked rushing attack, the wide receivers you'd be complaining about.
Look up, see if you can find New Orleans sack.
The wide receivers?
How much pressure, how many sacks they put on the quarterback.
Wait.
They can't run the ball.
Hold on. I want to attack something you said. You said if the Rams rushing game wasn't how they were, we'd be complaining about the wide receivers?
Yes.
Cooper Kupp?
Yes.
Brandon Cooks?
Yes.
Robert Woods?
Yes.
I'm not so sure about that.
Robert Woods, let's talk about him. What has he done? Yeah, he stepped all in the rabbit hole. It's going down. What has Robert Woods done?
Boy, it's good to be back.
What has Robert Woods done in his career? Nothing.
Well, all right. He's been complimentary to Brandon Cooks and Cooper Kupp.
1 year? Because of Todd Gurley.
Oh, he's not.
Again, when he was in Buffalo and there was no rushing attack, nothing got done.
But again, he's making the point that the Rams are going to beat the Saints, but he got the Saints winning. I'm confused.
Wait, what? I said the Saints are going to beat the Rams.
And now
It seems like you're making an argument though that the Rams.
No, I said the Saints. Hold on. The whole point of this is because I said the Saints will beat the Rams. The Saints have the #1 rushing defense. If they stop Todd Gurley, the Rams aren't going to excel because they rely. What makes Todd Gurley is because he can rush the ball. He's leading the league in rushing yards. He's a great receiving back. He's looking like a wide receiver. He opens up the wide receiver lanes because you have to put 9 people in the box.
So you think the Saints are going to stop them or stop Todd Gurley on the ground as well as catching the ball out of the backfield?
No, but that's the thing. If you shut down, if you can just hold Todd Gurley, you're not going to stop him completely. But if you can hold him under 100 yards, the wide receivers aren't going to be able to ball out like they're normally doing.
And we know that, like I said, the Saints are #1 against the run. We know they got good run defense. I'm interested to find out if you can find it. What is their pressure on the quarterback? What are their sacks? Because if they can stop the run or not stop it totally, but contain them under 100 yards. And
the Rams' rushing yards allowed average a game is 72 rushing yards.
Saints.
The Saints.
Yeah.
So the Saints are allowing 72 rushing yards.
That's it.
I think that'll be enough. I really think that'll be enough for the Rams to go into New Orleans and win this game.
My thing is this. You had the nerve to name these wide receivers like they're some top flight receivers. They're only good because Todd Gurley and Jared Goff. You take away Todd Gurley.
Okay, but you got
who was Woods? Who was Woods last year? Nobody. Who was Kupp last year? Nobody. Brandon Cooks. Nobody. You naming these wide receivers like they're great.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp's a nobody.
Are you kidding me?
Brandon Cooks a nobody.
Are you kidding? Okay. Yes. Okay. Without Todd Gurley, who was he?
That team, I mean, to be honest with you, that team is Todd Gurley.
Cooper Kupp.
It's Todd Gurley and Jared Goff.
Not that Jared Goff is
Todd Gurley is the new Le'Veon Bell.
So Cooper Kupp last year had 869 yards.
Yeah.
Last year.
All right, it's not 1,000.
That's a nobody.
It's not 1,000.
It's damn near 1,000.
No, there's no near. There's no close.
So you don't think 869 receiving yards is not good.
That's a competent receiver. I mean, he's not scary.
Yeah, that's not somebody you say we gotta double him. No. He averaged. Hear me out.
He had 5 touchdowns last year. He had an average of 14 yards a catch.
He just say 5. Hold on. He just say 5 touchdowns like that meant something. And then hold on. Wait. Let me add one more point before you go. One more point. He had 800 yards when Todd Gurley was up for MVP last year. So if Todd Gurley balled out and you only had 800 yards, I'm not respecting you. You're not put it like this. He's not starting on hardly half the league's teams.
I beg to differ.
You're making my point for me.
You're
making my point for me.
I beg to differ.
Go ahead.
I have more respect to Cooper Kupp than you do, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But
it's not about that Todd Gurley carries the team.
He does. If you can shut Todd Gurley down, you shut their offense down.
You just said that the Saints are giving up about 80 yards on the ground, right?
72.
72.
That's the lead.
And do you know
I feel like they're gonna have him run for maybe 30 yards to be able to win this game.
You hold Todd Gurley What is he talking about right now? Hey, get your mans. Who made you like this?
I'm in a bad position because
you want the Rams winning, but his points are horrible.
And then you say you say Brandon Cooks is a nobody, right?
Oh my God.
Brandon Cooks is a nobody, right?
Stats, bro.
2015, 11 38.
2018.
No. 2016.
That's
1173.
What did he do last
2017, 1082. What are you talking about?
Okay.
What are you talking about? Three straight years.
Wait. He had 1082 on what team though?
It doesn't matter.
He had Tom Brady. What are you talking
He's
about?
averaged about 1,000 yards a season since he came into the league. 2015. What are you talking about?
Bro.
It doesn't matter.
Hold.
He has 500.
He said it don't matter.
Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing so far this year. He's gonna have 1,000 yards. He's gonna have he's on pace to have another 1,000-yard season.
Hey.
What are you talking about? What is he talking about? What is he talking about?
50 and 600 yards.
My thing is this, he's digging himself in the biggest hole right now.
He's on pace to average another 1,000 yards again this season.
All right. Okay, listen.
Let me
What
give
we're
some
saying,
insight.
what we're saying is,
go first.
What he's saying, not what I'm saying. What he's saying is, if they can stop Todd Gurley, and I'm telling you,
I understand.
The number 20 defense saying we got to get up a good game. This is the number 1 defense. They shut every running game down.
So yes, that's their numbers defensively.
Wait.
That's their numbers defensively against the run. Who's to say that that's going to continue against the Rams? Who's to say it's going to continue?
Before we go forward, I got to continuously.
Who's to say that's going to continue?
Continuously bury this.
They got a good chance of shutting them down, but are they? We'll see. Todd Gurley's still a beast.
Hold on. Let me say something. You talked about these old stats, right?
Old stats
for the Patriots. Hey, last year, how many receivers has Tom Brady gotten to have over 1,000 yards to get good contracts? Deion Branch. Hold on. Deion Branch balled out. Went to Seattle. Garbage.
Is Brandon Cooks gonna have 1,000 yards this season at the end of the year?
How many touchdowns he got? I'm looking at it.
Two touchdowns.
Will we win?
We're talking about.
When week 9 you got 2 touchdowns. What are you talking about? 2 touchdowns?
And are the Rams winning games? Are they bowling out all crazy this year?
Not because of him. Todd Gurley leads the league in rushing yards.
Again.
He's in the top 5 in receiving yards as a running back.
I understand that. I hear that.
But how many touchdowns do we have? A whole bundle.
So okay. You said that the
Todd Gurley got 11. Todd Gurley got 11 rushing touchdowns. You said 11.
You said the Rams are going to win this game, right?
The Rams are going to win this game, and I'm telling you, and I'll tell you why. I think the Rams are going to win this game because I think Gurley will do enough. He'll be good enough to get them over the hump. But like I said, the only chance the Saint has, and it's a true good chance,
is stopping Todd Gurley.
Exactly.
It's a tall task. It's a tall task.
It's a tall task.
But it's the number. For every team, the number one.
So you're saying if Todd Gurley runs for 85,
that's a good day.
But doesn't get 100, the Saints are guaranteed to win that game. Is that what you're saying?
Most likely to win.
Okay.
If you hold Todd Gurley under 100 yards rushing and you hold him to just 1 touchdown,
and you're just going to
where are all these points coming from?
And you're just going to completely just underplay Jared Goff and what he's been doing this year.
Listen. The Saints would have.
Did you forget about the quarterback? Did you forget about Jared Goff and the quarterback?
The Saints would have to be.
Don't sleep on Jared Goff.
You know why I'm talking about Todd Gurley right now?
Quarterback.
Like Todd Gurley's leading the league in rushing yards.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Like
I understand that, but don't sleep.
There's a usage percentage rate for players, and he's the highest one.
I understand that, but do not sleep on the rest of the offense as well. I agree with you. Todd Gurley is a huge part of the success of this offense.
You know what? I'm gonna give him 1.
He's putting all his eggs into the Todd Gurley basket.
I'm gonna help you out to look more wrong. Hold on. Let me help him look good, but be wrong still. Cooks is a good receiver. Good, not great. Where the rest of them?
And that's where Jared Goff comes into play.
Oh my God.
Jared Goff in week 2, 108.1 rating.
But listen,
Jared Goff.
How many was his yards?
In week 2?
Yep.
He had 354.
How many touchdowns?
1.
Listen.
1.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. No, I'm not done yet. In week 3, 354 yards, 3 touchdowns, 123.8 passer rating, Jared Goff. Week 4, 465. 5 touchdowns, no picks against the Vikings.
So if I give you an example,
what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
If I give you an example,
do not sleep on Jared Goff.
If I give you an example of a quarterback that's putting up good numbers, has a good quarterback rate, and is throwing for touchdowns, and his team is still losing, right? And they losing,
but he's not losing now. He's winning.
But I'm telling you, a team that's losing because what they don't have is a running game, and that's why they're losing. Right? The Eagles don't have a run game, whether it's they not running enough, whether they don't have
what's that logic got to do with this conversation?
Because we're talking, no matter what, you're saying if they stop the run, then Jared Goff, who can put up good numbers, is going to win the game for them.
Hey, I'm saying for them to win this game, they got to hold Todd Gurley to maybe like 20 points. 20 yards.
Todd Gurley has more receiving touchdowns than Brandon Cooks.
And that's fine. I just
and he's tied.
And that's fine.
So explain to me how. Wait. Your running back is tied for most touchdowns receiving wise. He's a running.
You're literally putting all your eggs into the Todd Gurley basket.
Because that's what the Rams do.
Saying that they're going to shut them down.
That's what the Rams
on the ground, and they're going to lose this game.
It should be the St. Louis Gurleys. Like that's what you talking about.
And week 7 against San Fran. 202 yards, Jared Goff 3-4. 127.4 rating and 2 touchdowns. What are you talking about?
You know why that's bad for you to bring up?
Jared Goff,
you want to know why that's bad for you to bring up?
CJ Beathard, who cares?
No. He played the
San Fran. I just gave you 5 games this year where Jared Goff balled out. What are you talking about?
And he threw some of those touchdown passes to Todd Gurley.
And once again, in all those games, what was Todd Gurley's number?
Exactly. Wait. I got you. I'm
trying to figure out how I get caught in the middle. I got the Rams winning 32.
No. Apparently you got the Saints winning this one.
Hey. Let's talk about that San Fran game. Todd Gurley had 2 rushing touchdowns and a receiving touchdown. Next.
Exactly.
What do you mean exactly? That's my point. He scored 21 points.
I just told you. Okay. Say they shut down Todd Gurley on the ground. Are they going to shut him down in the receiving game as well?
Take away 21 points. That's the Saints' game plan.
They got to shut him down on the ground and through the air as well.
Points.
Are they going to shut him down completely?
Listen. Say it. He's had 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving. If they shut him down on the ground, you take 14 points away from that game. If they shut him down.
But it's the number 1 ranked rushing defense.
You're acting like we're talking about the
15th ranked team,
the 20th ranked against the run.
They've been doing it all year.
And it's impossible for them to do it.
Just go the other way, bro. I don't want you on my Rams bandwagon. Get off on my LA Rams bandwagon.
No, he's only on that because you have horrible points.
What did they do to you when you went out to LA? I don't know. You're bad mouthing the Eagles and you the Rams.
Wow, I'm bad mouthing the Eagles. Have you not seen what the Eagles have been this year? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Eat some humble pie. Eat some humble pie in front of the fans right now. How dare you come on this set and tell me that I badmouth the Eagles, given what they've been giving you all year round. After I destroy them,
and they stink, hot cheeks, and a team full of bums.
Y'all hear this? Mr. Egg just admitted.
Let's roll back.
The Eagles are hot cheeks. What I've been saying all year long.
I got 38-31 Rams. 38-31 Saints. You had what? 27-24.
24. I got the Rams going to New Orleans winning this game 27-24.
32-20.
And notice I had it close. I didn't have them blowing out the Saints. I didn't have a 35-21. I had a close game.
I don't
understand.
I don't think it's close, but
all right, next one. We got to talk about this because of that trade coming off a bye week. Tennessee Titans going into Dallas. And my Cowboys. Who wants to start this off?
You started off. You the Cowboys fan.
I'm gonna start it off because y'all got me angry.
You want to step?
Y'all got me pissed off. Y'all got me angry.
Makes a statement. Well, I kill him again. Go ahead,
bro. You've been getting destroyed lately by Nate.
Go ahead.
You've been getting destroyed lately by Nate. You get him out of here. All right, so yeah.
We can start
the Cowboys,
with the trade, or we want to.
I would just go right into it. So the Cowboys' offense has been a disgrace this year. They've been doing nothing.
Terrible.
They haven't been scoring. They got a bunch of number 2 and number 3 receivers out there. They don't have a number 1.
Horrible play calling on coaching. Go ahead.
So they went out and got Amari Cooper.
Yep.
Amari Cooper is somebody who is always hurt. Somebody that you cannot rely on to be healthy for 16 games out of the year. This year, let's just take a look at what he's done this year. very pedestrian numbers if you ask me. In week 1 against the Rams, he had 9 yards. That's it for the entire game. 0 touchdowns. Week 2 against the Broncos, a good game. 116.
All right, that's bad though. You can't.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
When he had 9 yards, he was only targeted. He was targeted 3 times.
He was on the field.
He was targeted 3
because you got to get open. I guess it didn't get open. I guess.
Derek Carr's been looking like cheeks.
We're talking about the acquisition of Mark Cooper. Please,
but that's the.
Please don't interrupt. Please don't interrupt.
Quarterback. Am I right?
In week 3, Mr. Ed.
What is he talking about?
This big acquisition in week 3, 17 yards. Are you serious? Against the Dolphins? Against Miami?
Well, listen.
I'm not done. I'm not done. In week 4, it's like for whatever reason this season, it's like if he has one good game, a terrible game, he'll bounce back with a good game. In week 4 against the Browns,
don't skip over week 2.
You're talking about?
He was targeted 10 times and caught every pass. Oh, you don't have that?
His numbers against the Browns: 128, good game.
The Denver Broncos, even though they lost, 10 targets,
10 targets, 116 yards,
18 yards.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. He wasn't targeted. Every game
he's got to get open. He's got to get open.
You still got. Wait. Hold on.
In week 5, Mr. Ed.
What are we talking about,
Mr. Ed. In week 5 against the Chargers, 10 yards.
Well, listen. Here's what you got to figure.
He was targeted once.
Here's what you have to
figure. Talk, Mr. Ed. Talk some sense.
How many touchdowns does he have this year? How many touchdowns does he have this year? Please tell me. How many touchdowns does he have this year? One touchdown. What is that going to do?
1 second.
What exactly did the Cowboys get?
Hold on.
What exactly did the Cowboys acquire?
1 touchdown. Against Seattle, he was targeted 1 time. Against the LA Chargers, he was targeted 1 time. Against the LA Rams, he was targeted 3 times.
Mr. Ed, why is that?
Here's what we will find out.
What's Dak Prescott been this year? Are you kidding me?
Find out.
What's Dak Prescott been this year, C-Tams?
His first 2 years in the league.
Silence.
I'm not going to talk. I'm going to wait.
He looks good, right? He's been trending downward. He had only 48 catches last year, and he's trending downward.
Derek Carr was out there.
Sure he was.
Derek Carr was out that whole year.
No, he was. So what Dallas is going to find out, because they gave up a #1 pick for him.
Which I think was smart.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I agree.
We'll find out.
Based on these numbers alone, I don't know.
If it was lack of quarterback play, whether it's Carr not there last year, or whether the fact that Carr is not playing up to par this year, Dallas is going to find out. They're going to find out quick whether it's good for #1. Or even if
to me, it's the same gamble that drafted.
Him and the rest of the team already gave up simply because they seemed like the organization says, listen, we don't care about winning right now. Yeah. We move into a whole nother city and state.
That trade to me, that's a disgrace. That trade to me, Oakland is a disgrace in their own right.
It makes sense. It makes sense if he comes over and truly becomes the #1.
It's the same. He has the same. Put it like this: we go into next year's draft. We draft a receiver. We don't know what it's going to look like.
Sure.
The chances of a wide receiver working out is not that great. All the wide receivers drafted this year, some of them aren't panning out.
Sure.
We actually have a wide receiver who balled out.
Who's had some proven track record.
Exactly. He's had
for more than 1 year.
He's had a season. Last season.
That's it.
Yeah, 2 good years. The year after that, Derek Carr was out.
Yeah, he ain't been in the league that long. So
yeah, exactly. He's only 24 for one. Yeah. 24, 2 good years. Yeah. Derek Carr was out, so he struggled.
But he had 72 and 88 catches, something like that.
Yeah. This season, Derek Carr's not looking good. I don't care what you say. Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, you name them. Any top receiver you want to name. The wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. You know what makes them good? They don't have to be open. Throw them the ball. There's no excuse for a wide receiver of that caliber only getting targeted once. Nah, bro. You know that's true because Alshon Jeffries is covered majority of the times and Carson Wentz throws.
Because he's a 50-50 receiver. He's a 50-50 receiver.
Most of the big...
Talk to him, Mr. Ed, because he sounds crazy.
And what is
every #1 receiver?
All right. So he's saying that it depends on who the quarterback is throwing you the ball. What has Dak Prescott been? What has Dak Prescott been, bro?
You want to talk about it?
What has he been?
He's been targeting a rookie in Gallup. 50-50 balls, right? He's actually threw it up to him and gave him opportunities to do it. Gallup has multiple drops this year. And again,
you've been on this set and have destroyed Dak Prescott, saying that man has not been a good quarterback this year. So now you can't flip it and be like, oh,
I have reason.
Derek Carr came. Amari Cooper came with Derek Carr, but now we got Dak Prescott throwing the ball.
You want to know why you're wrong? All right, is this conversation?
Mr. Ed, tell this man.
Is this
Tell this man,
conversation? Is this
Mr. Ed.
conversation about Derek Carr versus Dak Prescott?
No.
Exactly. Let me keep going.
You turned it into
hold on.
that.
I
You
have
said
a
it, not
reason.
me.
No.
You turned it into that.
I never brought up Dak Prescott's name.
You just got done. You just got
Did I bring up Dak Prescott's name?
You just got done saying
Exactly. I didn't.
You introduced Dak.
You introduced Dak Prescott. I didn't. So let me finish my point. My point is, Derek Carr has been looking terrible because he's not throwing him the ball. He's not throwing. He's been hard. He's multiple games.
You brought up Derek Carr.
Bro.
We're talking about Amari Cooper. That's what you brought up.
Yeah, because that's his quarterback. That's what you have to go off of. What else are we going off of?
So Amari Cooper can't do anything by himself.
He can't get himself. It doesn't matter if you're open. Why do you keep saying that?
You act like he's going from Derek Carr to Tom Brady. That's what you act like right now.
Bro, you sound crazy,
That's
bro.
like, Mr. Ed, tell this man. Mr. Ed, get your boy.
Talk
Get
to
your
him,
boy.
Mr. Ed.
All right, here's what it will be. Proof will be in the pudding.
Exactly.
We're going to find out
whether he's worth the first round pick or whether Dak Prescott's good or bust. That's my whole point of this.
That's what Dallas
You're talking about some Derek Carr. No, Derek Carr.
You brought up Derek Carr.
That's because that's what you have to go off of. You're talking about some Derek Carr doesn't matter. Last time I checked, a quarterback has to throw you the ball. What football sport are you watching?
Dak Prescott doesn't throw anybody the ball. Dak Prescott isn't able to get anybody the ball. Dak Prescott has been.
Obviously, he has been throwing the ball.
Dallas is going to find out what they have.
Exactly. Like, you don't make any sense right now.
Where's
the Dallas Cowboys offensive passing ranked at?
Because they don't have, and that's why it's a test for Dak. He doesn't have a number one receiver. This is his test. It's a test for Amari Cooper and a test for Dak.
He don't have
what happens.
You sound crazy.
We'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to work out. That's just me. We'll see.
Yes, have that opinion, but don't sound crazy.
It may not work out. You know.
Nobody here at the desk said.
You think it's going to work out?
Nobody at this desk said, "Oh, this is a match made in heaven." No, we said it. It all depends on who shows up. This is a test for Amari Cooper. Is he going to show up? And this is a test for Dak Prescott. Is he good, or they need to get rid of him?
Cowboys. This game is at home.
Yes, they're at home.
I got the Cowboys win this game 2017.
I got us winning this game too. I got us winning actually 28-17. I got a feeling Amari Cooper's gonna ball out this game.
If he balls out,
he's coming off 2 bye weeks, and it's a Monday night game.
If he balls out, and that means he has time to to learn the playbook, all that. But if he balls out, 28-17 could be the score.
Yeah.
I'm not, like I said, I'm still questioning whether he's in decline, whether he's really not as good. I don't know.
I don't see Tennessee stopping Ezekiel Elliott neither. Though.
That I don't. That's why I have them winning.
And that right there is why this game is basically going to be the set point for the Cowboys season. What's Tennessee going to this game doing? Are we going to continuously put 10 men in the box to stop Ezekiel Elliott? Because if they do that, then it's like, all right, Amari Cooper, this is your test. You're one-on-one. You're 50 balls. We're going to throw it to you.
Yeah, and like I said, you got a running back that you have to have respect for him.
Yeah.
You got to load the box to stop him.
Because my thing is, if they load the box and Amari Cooper scores a touchdown or two, then what happens?
Yo, I'll just say this.
What's your score for this game?
21-17 Cowboys. If there was ever a team for the Cowboys to get a brand new weapon in Amari Cooper and go up against a defense to try to
test
get him acclimated to see what he has.
Tennessee's ranked
it's Tennessee.
Yeah, so ranked for. Next topic right now: Detroit Lions at Minnesota. What do y'all think? Because that division is really tight right now.
A good game. I can't wait to see it. I want to watch it. They're not running away with anything, but man, it just seems like it's a good game. Both teams really need to win against a divisional opponent, and they both have the potential to put up numbers. So it's a game I'm gonna enjoy. I actually have the Vikings winning this game, 30-28, real tight.
30-28.
30-28.
I think that's way too high, brother.
Nah. They both be putting up
30-28.
But it's a divisional game. I always have divisional games kind of on the lower side because it's a divisional game. You're going to get each other's best efforts. So I got the Vikings winning this game at home 23-20. I just do, and y'all know how I feel about this man. I just do not believe that Matthew Stafford is going to go into Minnesota and beat Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. I'm sorry. I just don't have any faith in that man going in that building and beating the Vikings. I just don't have any faith. I'm sorry.
I actually have Detroit winning this game.
Wow.
On the road?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I really do. Just Matthew Stafford's been all right.
No, he has.
He has been all right this year.
He's had a decent year this year. I'll give him that.
He's
I mean,
looking,
but
but
he has. I mean,
I can't ride with him though. I can't. He hasn't been so good that I got to ride with him. Like he's still Matt Stafford at the end of the day.
besides week 1, he's not turning the ball over. Week 1 when he threw those 4 interceptions against the Jets, he hasn't done that.
Yeah.
That's it. Like
He only threw one more pick in week 3.
That's what I'm saying. He's looking really good right now. So I can't.
But beating
Minnesota's defense.
I'm not even saying that he's gonna play bad. I'm just saying going in there and beating Minnesota, like winning that game on the road.
Put it like this: it's bad when you can actually say this year off of how it looked last season. The Detroit Lions have a better defense than the Vikings.
Isn't that funny how, other than say maybe the Rams, all of the better defenses from last year are struggling.
Exactly.
You know,
Jacksonville's only defense is really looking good though.
Yeah. But they not. They are. Blake
Bortles. But
my
Detroit
partner,
Lions
he's
is ranked. Detroit Lions are ranked 8th. Minnesota's ranked 16th. To me that's. And then my thing is Minnesota's good at offensively, but they can't run the ball.
No, they have no running game at all.
So that I can't sit there and just think that. Like I really think Detroit should probably win this game.
Yeah.
I got them winning this game.
But Detroit can't run the ball either.
They're at least middle of the pack. It's the difference between middle of the pack and not running at all.
Yeah, well,
I just feel like
Vikings running backs have been hurt.
And y'all know me.
In and out the line.
For me, it always just comes down to weapons. I just feel like Minnesota's weapons are way now. Y'all gotta agree with me with that. Minnesota's Vikings are way better than Detroit's weapons. Adam Thielen, Stephon Diggs.
Thielen has been balling.
Thielen is,
but stats wise,
Thielen is.
Yeah, Thielen is.
You throw him the ball, he's coming down with it.
Thielen is like he's a top receiver.
Yeah.
But
again,
Stephon Diggs, he's having the same stats as Tate and what is it?
Golden Tate is their best receiver. He's their biggest weapon.
The other thing got Galladay or something like that.
Galloway or Galladay?
It's Galladay.
I think Golden Tate has more yards and touchdowns though.
No, Diggs has 468. Galladay and Tate 465, 467. Yeah. Same touchdowns. Okay. Now Thielen does set the.
Thielen's
now who's gonna win that matchup though? Because is Slay is a top corner.
Yeah, he's a good corner.
Yeah, but
him and Thielen, that's gonna be in a division rivalry.
Yeah, but Thielen has went up against some good corners this season, and nobody stopped him. Nobody has stopped
this man is.
Yeah, that's what I was when I was watching. I'm like, all right, well, who's he going against? Yo, he still put up numbers. It's been like that a few weeks out of this year already.
Yeah,
I agree. So yeah, I still have Detroit winning.
So who do you have?
I got the Vikings winning this 30-28.
Me too.
Tight.
I got Detroit. I got Detroit winning.